This is literally the worst. It's not even a tripod, it's like a wiggly arm. Does that work? I still hardly know how to use this website. Okay, let me open up my stream on my laptop. Make sure I can see everything. Can everyone hear me? My laptop's working. Is this working? Okay. Alright, hold on. Let me get rid of the weird audio. We'll turn off my laptop noises. Please mute yourself. There we go. Okay. I've never streamed painting before, like traditional painting. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm wearing Halloween leggings because, I don't know, they're comfortable, they're cute. It's Halloween all day, every day here in this house. Okay, so, I really want to paint Zagreus from Hades, the video game. I just bought it the day before yesterday. Even though my friend quite a while ago was raving about it. She's like, oh my god, it's the best game ever, you need to play it. I wanted to save money and only buy the games that were like on my list for sure. And so I didn't buy it until it was on sale. I realized it was on sale. And I also had some, what's that called? Points on my Nintendo account. So I bought it for the Switch. And I paid less than $10 for it. So that's why I feel like it was justified. But I'm really glad I bought it. It's a cool game. And I really like the art style. And I just kept thinking about gouache. Painting someone in gouache. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do like I wanna focus on the face. What I really like about the art style in this game is there's a lot of really cool contrast. Is that an airplane? Or one of those helicopters? Alright, so I really like the contrast, like the use of lots of black for shadows, and I thought it might be really cool to try one of those close-up portraits, because he always seems to have like a shadow over one of his eyes. And I actually have a reference photo right here on my iPad, so hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna try to not exactly copy this, but do something very similar to this. I'm not going to pressure myself too much to make it look exact. That's not really the goal here, but also I'm not going to pressure myself to not copy it. Because I'm just having fun. I don't know. Got my second cup of coffee. If I look really swollen, by the way, it's because I'm on prednisone. Yeah, this joint is still really inflamed, and apparently I also have carpal tunnel now, in addition to the Decker veins tendinosis. But you know what? I'm gonna be gentle. I'm not gonna grip really hard on the pencil. I usually don't really have a problem with painting so much, though definitely it did flare up my tendinitis when I was like painting every day for Arttober, back in October. And that's how I inflamed this, from trying to compensate for the tendinitis. But you know what? We're gonna try to be gentle today. No pressure. So hopefully I won't be gripping so hard. Alright, so I have a whole thing of paintbrushes here, which I could use, but I chose these three to start off with. I'm gonna try and start off with like a bigger brush, but not super giant, even though this is A4 size paper. I don't know. I really like these Holbein brushes. These are, says Series AC, Maru, Nylon, Holbein, Sri Lanka. They're brown, like natural wood color, and these were originally white. They do get stained, which, you know, that happens to brushes, so I'm not mad about it. But I really like these, and I can only find them at Uzawaya, and you have to buy them individually. And I wish I could just get some online so I wouldn't have to go all the way to Uzawaya, because I did buy these from Daiso. I think these are Daiso ones. And this one's already loose. And I don't, like, I try to take care of my brushes, even the cheap ones, but yeah, I guess the glue just wasn't very strong. You can see, even though I don't even dip them that far into the water, and I definitely don't leave them in the water, just a little bit of water on them really messed up. Anyways, I'm going to stop procrastinating. We're going to get out a pencil. I should have a pencil, pretty hard pencil here. What is this? This is a 2H. So it's kind of weird angle, but I have to do the top down to film it. So yeah. Sorry if also the camera gets shaky, because this is, like I said before, it's not actually a tripod. It's just like a wiggly arm thing that clips to my table. And it was 300 yen from 3 coins oops. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. So let's start. Let's see, maybe I should zoom in on my reference. I want to make sure I get all his hair. And how should we do this? Should I sort of, I don't know if I can see through the paper very well, but I might mark like top and bottom of his head. You're probably not going to be able to see this, and I'm not going to move the camera, but my light's in the way. Ooh. Let me try not to knock anything over. As I knock things over. No, I cannot see through this paper, so that's not going to work. Is the light still okay? Should I move it to the other side of the iPad? Alright, well, we're going to have to wing it then, which is really hard to do at this angle, and I apologize if I ever put my face or head in the way of the camera. So where are we going to start? Let's start with his chin. It's a very kind of square chin. Oh, that's wide. That's very wide. Hold on. Oh, what kneaded eraser do I want? Let's get a better kneaded eraser. And I'm trying to draw softly. One for my hand. And 2 so that I don't dig into the paper, and so that I don't, oh no! I shouldn't use this pencil. I just got water-soluble graphite pencils specifically for painting with gouache and watercolors, so that I wouldn't have pencil lines showing. So let's erase this. Oh, that's gonna make the table shake. There we go. It's mostly gone. Hopefully I'll cover that up. And let's get out my water-soluble graphite. Should I go for another hard pencil? Oh, it's really hard to read these. It says H1. Oh no, it says over here. What are these for? They all say, no, HH. I don't know what to choose. We'll do HB because all of these are bolds and I don't want it dark. So hopefully, hopefully these pencils will do what I'm hoping they'll do, and they won't just muddy up the color. So let's see, let's get back to his chin. I have to sit up real tall here. Oh, it's gonna cut off his hair if I do that. Oh no, that's not even in the middle of the page. I wish I could project. Let's try this. We'll turn up. Okay, the brightness is already all the way up. Instead of holding up the paper, let's put this under. I can't see it. I can't see it at all. Maybe if I turn the light off. I can see it a little more. Alright, so I'm not gonna by any means trace everything. Oh, that explains it. I was wondering why it wasn't working for me. His head's much smaller than I thought it was. Alright, so I'll mark the chin here. I don't know if I can actually see the top of the hair, but I'm assuming it's towards the top of the picture. So we'll say it stops there. Let's put a line for the mouth. And I can't see anything else. Why is this so dark? Why did you go all the way down? Okay. There we go. That's easier. Okay, so chin here. We'll do a line for the ear. Put the bottom of the nose here. We got an eye here. Eye here, that's in shadow. Other side of the neck, there's lots of shadows. Shoulder, shoulder. And we'll make up the rest. All right. Okay, so while I don't condone like completely tracing and copying everything, especially if you're gonna sell it. Oh, this is small. It's smaller than I wanted. You know what? This is real life, guys. If I would have known I was streaming, I probably would have done this like setup sooner, like before. Oh, it won't let me zoom in anymore. I want it like that. I want it bigger. All right, we might just have to make it up. All right, as I was saying, while I don't condone like completely tracing every single line ever and like passing it off on your own, I do recommend those kind of techniques that all professional artists use, where you might map out like where one feature starts, one feature ends, just so that you can get general proportions. And then if you're, you know, sketching from life later, or like drawing without a reference, you already have that sort of knowledge, that practice of what should this distance be, what should this width be, when you're drawing features and stuff like that. So it's good practice. And also if you want to, like if you're doing a portrait of a person that's been commissioned or something, it helps you get their likeness better, but it's not like it completely gets rid of the need for any sort of effort. Also, I need to say, I do have my laptop here with chat open, but the only place I have to keep it is on my right side, and I'm blind in my right eye. So I'm sorry if I don't see you. I just noticed Unicorn Fluff Cake in the chat. I don't know when you sent that message, but hello, I'm good. How are you? I'm going to try to look over at chat, but obviously I'm a little preoccupied. So let's see. I want to start with getting his chin right, because not that his chin is nearly the focal point, but I want to make sure, at least for the most part, his hair kind of goes this way, so the middle of his like chin here isn't going to be directly in the center of the page, because that would cut off some of his hair, which I'm probably going to have to cut off some of his hair anyway, but I want to use this. I like to use the middle of the chin as sort of a guideline or like a reference point. That looks a little too wide. All right. We'll get those cheekbones in. Snatched. Do people say that anymore? Like cheekbones snatched, eyebrows snatched? Is that like a 2010s thing? Is one ear very much larger than the other? I think so. Yeah, so this should be like this. And then this is actually like that little bit. And we're not going to get it perfect. This is just the sketch. I can definitely, because gouache is very opaque. So I can kind of do whatever I need to. And then fix it later. Okay, so this is our center. I used to draw like the lines in the middle and down the center all the time. But now it's kind of just annoying to have to erase them, so I'm not going to do that. But let's try to get his neck here. His neck is actually goes out a bit farther than this jaw bone. And then this goes down. That's a thick neck. But hopefully when I add the shadows, it won't look so thick. All right. It does have some pretty sharp angles here, but when I'm painting it, hopefully I can smooth those out a bit. So let's see, where does his hairline start? So if this is like his head, but he's got all that hair on top. Where should I draw his eyes and his bangs? So we have his cheekbones. And his nose kind of like his nostrils here line up with the cheekbones. Those might be too far apart. He has his cupid's bow here. Is that too low? There's sort of a shadow here, so let's use that to sort of figure out where the mouth is. That's that. And then there's quite a big shadow. Right here. And it goes up like that. And that's his eyebrow here. So the center of his face is not in the center of the page. Like I said, I didn't want to cut off too much of his hair, and it flows to the side. I don't know if that was a bad decision. He's got big, thick eyebrows that are much thicker in the front, and sort of like that. And then the top of his lash line, like this corner here, meets at that eyebrow. And he's got his eyelid. Like that. And a pupil. Like that. And then this is a little bit of space, but it kind of goes downward like that. Got a line there and a line there. And this eye is like completely black except for the red, so pupil there. Does that look like a person? This is too bright. It's kind of washing out a bit. Is this better? Maybe a bit better. All right, well. I still feel like his face is too wide. This is all in shadow. It's hard to know where it stops and where it ends. This goes here. He's got like these sideburn things. Alright, we're just gonna, this is gonna be something. It's gonna be a lot of black, and I'm not gonna bother filling that in now. I'm just gonna paint over it. This looks a little strange. Doesn't look quite like him. Maybe his eyebrows aren't filled in. Is that a face? Cheekbones here. And there's shadow here. Kind of stops here. Okay. This looks too emo. It's too long. But then this is all shadow. Oh, that's black. And then he's got hair here. But then he's got those laurels in his hair. It's just the sketch, Emily. Who cares? I'm gonna cover it up anyway. Kind of what it looks like. Oh, that doesn't. That. And then it sort of lines up with his ear. Doesn't actually cover his ear, but I'm gonna do that anyway. I don't want to make his hair too big. This is too low. This is too far in. I still feel like his face is too wide. Feels very wide. I think because I wanted to do just like a big face, I just made everything too big. Okay, and now I can draw this part of the hair and then those. That should not be that low. Whatever. Doesn't need to be perfect. I know her here. It's like that. Oh wait, no, there is hair. It's just so dark. Then this, and this is too tall. Whatever, the laurels are gonna be bigger. And then okay, his hair's definitely getting cut off. I can't see. I wish I had a taller chair. His head's like this, but he's got a lot of hair. There's like a thing there. I guess we're just gonna have to. It cuts off all the way up here. Alright, we're imagining that's what he looks like. This is getting cold. Okay. Now what am I gonna do? Let's mix a skin color. So, where do I even start? Gonna need a lot of white. Oh, I can use my, where'd they go? Oh, they're under my laptop. No, my, why can't I think of the word? Palette knife. I need a palette knife. Hold on, I'm gonna have to move my laptop for a second. Because they're in my little box of acrylic gouache and stuff. Can you tell how unprepared I was for this stream? Alright, let's grab a couple just in case. I don't wanna mix colors. Obviously I want to mix colors, that's what you do with a palette knife, in case I need to. Alright, I'm going to start with this one. And that's for the white, because we need a lot of white. I might have to open up that thing again and get my, yeah, it's not here. It must be in the box. My white gouache. We'll leave this here. Alright, and we'll do a tiny, tiny bit of red to make it sort of pinky. Red is a very, very strong color. How do we feel? I'm going to leave this one for water. Now light colors dry darker. So if this is like my base color, it can be a little darker than this. So let's start with, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, it needs definitely more water. Probably did not mix enough, but that's alright because he doesn't actually have that much of the lighter part on this reference. It's not dissolving. How's that? We'll see in a minute if it's, oh, that shadow's too low for sure. And I definitely need more water. These are not going to be perfect. This is like my, not my mid-tone, like my second to latest tone, I think, but it's actually getting pretty dark, so I might have to go over it again. And he has a place here, which might actually be lighter, but that's okay. But his ears, should we just do all of his ears? And let's go and mix like a darker color, but let's mix enough of it. And while the official artwork is mostly cell shaded, I don't really, like, I don't need to get, like, I don't mind if I don't mix enough and then have to mix more and it's slightly different. I would prefer to have some variation because I don't do like very clean paintings. That's not really me. So we'll see how this goes actually, because this is very different from what I'm used to. I need more water, I think, because There's quite a bit of, it's not like a lot of tooth in this paper, but if you don't mix enough water in, it doesn't cover well. You really see the texture of the paper, which is fine sometimes, but that's not what I want for the skin. Alright, and I can still see the pencil under, which I guess is good, because I'm not quite done yet. And the cheekbones is very red. It's a very red color. So I'm definitely gonna have to go in later and cool it down a bit. You know, we're just winging it. We're winging it. I feel like I can hardly see what I'm doing. It's so weird. I wish I had a taller chair. I already said that. But I do. I really wish I had a taller chair. Alright, and I know I'm running out of paint on my brush and in my palette, so... But I don't want to water it down anymore, because then it'll look different. So it's not very smooth coverage. That's alright, because we're going to go over it anyway. Alright, how's that looking so far? That looks really weird. I'm gonna have to... This wasn't light enough anyway, I think. I'm gonna have to add in something else there. What should I do now? The ears are like... Well, this ear has quite a lot of shading. But that ear, all the shading's in black. But I think the base color is actually more like this. So we'll do that. Is there anything else we need? I'm gonna go over this again because it's not really the right color. So let's get a tiny bit of blue. There we go, that's a lot better. Yellow ochre. Still pretty pink. It's a lot of blue. That's like a closer color to what I wanted. So maybe we'll go over this again. I'm still being very rough at the moment. I wonder if I should just go in and put like in the dark colors now. Because I feel like having those darker shadows is like a good reference point. Like it helps me see the features better. This is still not the final color, and I'm definitely running out of this. Okay, I'm just gonna cover up those attempted highlights. Okay, so very messy here. That's his hair. Doesn't yet look like a person. Because this is so stylized, I'm just gonna go in with a black. And a lot of water. And this is very rough down here. But I want to make sure I get the shape of the chin right. Fill that in. What else? Should we do some of this? And some of this. Let's do his eyes as well. Get those pupils in there. If I need to go back in and darken it up, I can. And you know, there's line art. Maybe that's why it looks weird. There is line art, so maybe I should. Oh, his eyes are way too far apart. Is that the problem? No. Maybe. I think his eyes are. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's why it looks weird. Let's start filling in this part. Is that right? Whoa, my hand's getting shaky. Maybe I should have eaten lunch first. Let's try just like putting down some light, very, very light. I'm not even gonna call it line work, but technically, just so that we have an idea of what we're doing. It just feels so weird. It doesn't look like him. It's kind of starting to look like him. I still think, well, now that I moved this over, so hopefully I can paint over that. This eye should be sort of like that. And this is mostly in shadow. Like, this is all black. And then I'm gonna, luckily gouache is opaque, so I'm just gonna do red over that to do the outline of his eye, because that's how they do it. Which, oh, almost dropped my brush. Oh my god. Disastrous when you have black on your brush. You don't want to drop it. You get a bit more, or a lot more. That was a lot more. It's alright, there's a lot of black in here. Alright. Let's just do this whole area. It will dry a bit lighter, so if we need to do anything over it, that's fine. Because like there's some sort of scribbly shading, which I really like, which is part of the reason why I wanted to paint him and why I like this style. So I might go in with a lighter color a little later to add in so that it looks more scribbly. Alright, let's, maybe I should have used a smaller brush, but who cares? And then there's something like that. Let's do his ear as well. Like, even though I know some of this will probably get covered up, a lot of it will probably get covered up, it just helps him look like him. So it's easier to do what I want to do, knowing where the darkest places are, and then I'll touch it up later. Something like that. Something like that. Very thick line for an ear, but that's fine because it's mostly in shadow. And this has all this stuff in it. It's kind of reactivating the stuff under it. Alright, we'll fix that up later, it's fine. Or not. You know, maybe we'll keep it like that. Maybe we'll keep it loose. And then I guess we'll start with the laurels. Or whatever these are. They look like laurels, but they're not the color of laurels, so they are supernatural laurels. And then some of that. Will I get paint on my arm? And then some of that. Maybe it doesn't go as high as I thought. Oh, there's like another one here, I think. I don't know. No, that looks too small. Oh no. I wish I could do it like this, but I can't film like that. That would be so much easier. Maybe I should have tried using my easel. How do people film top down? Like all the time for like every video. This I'm just making up as I go along. Oh, he has like that. So I guess that didn't need to exist. And there. And this goes like that. 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 Okay, does it look like him yet? It kind of looks like him. I'm gonna do that as well. Okay, now I'm a little happier about the placement of the eyes. I'm gonna still have to move this part and like get rid of that somehow. This line's a little thicker than I wanted it to be, but whatever. A lot of these lines are thicker than I wanted them to be. Okay, so we still have some white here. I'll go mix up another light tone of skin color. So we still have white here. And I want it to be very ashy. Let's do a tiny bit of blue. And a yellow ochre. A little more. Oh no. Is it too much? Is it too dark? I hope not. I'm just gonna put it on. Okay, so the graphite did actually just disintegrate under this. Or dissolve. Disintegrate's maybe not the right word. This is very watery though. Maybe it just needs a lot of water to dissolve. And that is not ideal. So I don't want to paint over a lot of places with very watery gouache. This was actually different color too. And over here we got some, I don't know, this is a little warmer. Oh, that works. Is that too much red? Feels too watery. I need more paint. Otherwise it's just gonna reactivate everything. Is this the right color? It needs more white. It's gonna dry darker. Is this lighter? Not quite as light as I wanted. I want to use like all this white. Okay, that's a bit better. Need some of this. Some of that. Kind of lost that shadow right there, but I'll go back in. Fix up this one a bit. It's still dark. Oh no, please get lighter. I'm gonna have to let that dry. Is this dry enough? It looks dry enough. Alright. I need like more white. I'm running low. Maybe I'll literally just mix it with the paint on my paintbrush and that will be light enough. Oh no, I mixed it in with the blue. Maybe that's good, maybe that's good. Maybe we need a cooler tone. Let's try this again. There we go. I need to get some of this paint off my brush. So I should not mix with just my brush. Kind of going all over the place. I'm not going in any particular order. I don't think there is a right or wrong order to paint things. I think whatever floats your boat, whatever helps you get the piece done. And for me, like I said, sometimes putting things, even if I know they're going to be kind of covered up later, it helps me understand where other things should go. So yeah, I'm doing some highlights now before I even do the hair. Okay, let's do this. It's very thick, so it's not as precise as I want. This definitely needs to get covered up. It's almost dry enough. This probably. Alright, how are we looking? It looks better on camera, I think. I think I need to go back to that like shadow color and fix up on the other side of the eye. I don't know if I have enough of that though. Maybe I'll reactivate this burnt sienna. I need some blue here. Oh no, I took some of the white. Give me the blue. That was a lot of blue. What am I doing? That's not, well, maybe that's good for the hair. You know, we're just thinking ahead. I do not need to pick up that blue. But the burnt sienna is so warm. Let's use some of that. Maybe we'll pick up some of this. That's okay. I need it thicker though. I definitely need it thicker. Some yellow ochre. And then I need white. That too light? Let's do a little more. Hopefully this starts darker and not lighter. Will you cover up that black? Yeah, mostly. It does not need to be like exactly like the reference. Oh my god, every time I hear someone on the stairs, I'm like, is that the Amazon delivery guy or are we having another earthquake? Because I think that was someone on the stairs. I hope that was someone on the stairs. It keeps happening. We've had quite a few very strong earthquakes in the past couple days. Alright, we'll just make this darker. And hopefully it dries a bit lighter, but actually it looks like it's drying darker, so it's very patchy. Not a fan. Not a fan. I hate that. I hate that. I think that was my Amazon package, actually. I hate that. No! All I wanted to do was cover the eye. Maybe we'll use some of this. Oh my god, no, that was a mistake. Wet on wet. Wet on wet. We'll blend it out. It's fine. We'll blend it. We got rid of that highlight. Oh no. Oh no, I just smudged the black. Like, it's okay in this corner. It's just, how do I blend it out to here? Okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine. It looks better on camera. At least the eye is covered. Maybe I should now do like the inside of the eye, or should I do the hair first? I think I'll do the eye first. So, where should I start? I think I'll have to move this. I need more mixing space. We'll do not pure white. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of blue, but it needs to be kind of thick. Actually, it's kind of like a warm gray. I just don't want too much red. You know what, we're gonna keep it with that. Keep it like, oh, you know what? Let me use a smaller brush. Sorry, I'm like not finishing my sentences. I'm a little preoccupied. Let's use a smaller brush. And if some of that black is still showing through, that's fine, because there's going to be shading there anyway. Why is this so see-through? We're going in with the pure white. I know I'm breaking the rules, breaking the law, but it's reactivating underneath it, so it's not on the page. It's not pure white. That's a problem right here. I'm gonna go back in with this color. Oh, it's so thin. We get the shape back. Okay, I'm gonna mix a little bit of this, a little bit of this. It's okay if it's thin. And this is still wet, that's fine. Oh, you can see my head, I'm so sorry. That's not fine. I need it darker. And then we can make that look better again with, I'm gonna put some black here. Probably a bad idea. I should wait till this dries a bit more, but oh well. No, there's water dripping down the barrel. No. Okay, I need to let that dry. Let's work on the hair. I do think this is actually a pretty good color that I accidentally made. So let's try it on his eyebrow. Oh, no, it needs more blue. How's that? How is that? There's a lot of water on the barrel of my brush, and I'm not gonna fall for that again. That's a color. Don't know if it's the right color. It's definitely not the right consistency, but it's a color. I don't want to make it too watery. I've just scarred myself. That's too blue. That's too blue. Let's go. I don't want too much red, but it needs red. I need to neutralize you. It's kind of better. Let's try the other eyebrow. And we'll see if I like it. I feel like his hair is actually a bit more purpley. So it really does need a lot more red, I think. Perchance. Perhaps. I don't want his eyebrows to be like a completely different color from the rest of his hair. So I'm gonna mix a bunch. Shouldn't do this with my brush, but I'm gonna. Actually, let's get the other palette knife. Do a bunch of blue. Get some water. Is this at all effective? I feel like I need some burnt sienna. Oh no, I got into that color. Give me some burnt sienna that's too dry. You're too light. Oh no, that's working. Is this closer to the color? It's a little brown. It's pretty close. Like I'm looking at the shadow color. Maybe a bit more blue for like the base color. We're gonna have to. That's a color. Oh no. Did my laptop die? Oh no. I think my laptop died. I didn't think the battery was that low. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. It was on. That was my back. I'm back, don't worry. Let me just plug in my laptop so I can actually see chat and see what the video looks like. How do I plug this in without getting it in the paint? How do I do that? Will it reach? Well, now there's a cord. Oh, it is the battery did die. Hello? Are you gonna turn back on? Hello? Good morning? What? Disc check? What? What the heck is going on? Oh no, I'm sorry for the interruption. But I don't know what's happening with my laptop right now. Hopefully this is enough color. You know what, we're just gonna... it said it finished. I'm sorry you can't see what my laptop... What is going on? I'm sorry you can't even see what I'm freaking... Okay. Whew. My laptop keeps doing this weird thing where it's like... I don't even know because I don't understand the computer language. Twitch closed. Okay. We're gonna let my laptop do its thing. Sorry I cannot see chat really right now. Okay, we're just gonna forget that happened and we're gonna paint his hair. I should probably use the bigger brush for this. This is a tiny brush. Let's use a bigger brush. Let's use this one. I kind of don't care if I mess up the page underneath it, but I should have done... Oh no, that was supposed to stay... Whatever. Okay, this needs more water. That was supposed to be the background. There's supposed to be like a little triangle of background there. I should have done washi tape is what I was going to say. I need to finish my sentences when I'm speaking. Let me see if I can open Twitch again. To see if you can actually see me. It's gotta look worse before it looks better. That's what you gotta keep telling yourself. Okay, Twitch. Please open. Hello. Please open. There we go. Oh, I could restore my tabs, but I'm not. Let's go. Aha. There we go. Twitch restored. They're shaking again. Is it an earthquake or is it the Amazon delivery guy? I didn't get an email saying my package was delivered, so... But it did say it would be delivered today. Better have enough paint. Oh! Someone's putting mail in my mailbox. I don't know if that's my package. I don't know if it's small enough to go into the mailbox. It's just razors. So maybe. I'll see if I get a ding from my email. Could just be the newspaper that I don't want. Alright, so basically, I'm doing one very not nice looking base color. Ah! That wasn't an earthquake, that was me. And then I know it's really patchy right now, but I will go in later with the shading, and then whatever's left, I went over here. With whatever's left, I'm gonna fix it up if it looks patchy still. What is Laurel? What is hair? Oh my god, if I could just quit knocking into everything. Sorry about clearing my throat, by the way. I have throat issues. Is my humidifier still on? It is. Oh no, I'm running out of paint. Either that or it's... Oh, no, not the dirty water. Let's try now. There. Oh no. We got more chunks. Watch the hair become bigger as I accidentally color outside of the lines. Slowly but surely, millimeter by millimeter, he will have more hair. And hopefully doing the line art will make everything look nicer as well. Is that it? Is that his hair? The rest is Laurel's, right? Oh, I have coffee still. Very cold coffee. Alright, I might attempt to water. Oh no, I used the dirty water. Oh well. Oh well, it's a dark color. Let's attempt to even this out a little bit. Now this is watercolor paper. This doesn't look nice. I'm just gonna cover that up. This is watercolor paper, but it definitely is still getting, what would you call that? Warped. I'm a little mad about it, but it was cheap, so whatever. This is the, I don't know if you can get this outside of Japan. I need to stop cutting myself off. Why do I keep doing that? This is the Orion brand, which I think is very appropriate for painting a Greek god. And it is the Sirius series or something. Can you see that? Am I covering it? I just don't want to get paint on my mug. I kind of evened it out, but I don't have a lot of this paint left. So, everywhere else, I think it's going to get shading. So, let's do more blue. We got to make a lot of color. A lot of blue. Oh, let's get this. A lot of burnt umber. Somehow we will get it off this. I almost said spatula. I still can't think of what it's actually called. What? Palette knife. We got some red. Red is very strong, but it's very purpley here, especially the shadows. I'm not going to try to mix with that. I'm going to mix with the brush. Because I can add water. Definitely need more water and more blue, I think. That's very brown. That was too much brown. More blue, please. Oh no, I just got so much brown in my blue. Hi, I just looked up at chat. You probably missed it, but my laptop is on my right side right now, and I am blind in my right eye, so I may miss some things in chat. I'm sorry. Okay, gonna have to use this because that is really mixed in. Okay. It's very chunky. I just want the right color. I think it's getting there. Does this look like the right color for the dark parts of the hair? It's a lot of paint in my brush. Okay. Yeah. Wish I could stop clearing my throat. Is that darker? That's like the same color. Should I just add black? Should I just do this? Oh, that's a lot of black. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But it is darker. Is it dark enough? Doesn't look dark enough. Doesn't look dark enough. We're gonna add black. We're gonna do the thing. Do the thing you're not supposed to do and add just a convenience black. Why won't it pick it up? There we go. That's darker. It's very chunky because my paintbrush is very full. So maybe I should switch paintbrushes, maybe? How do I get this stuff out of my brush without wasting paint? Let's do some of this. Not what I wanted to do. I guess I'll go in with some highlights later and fix it. I don't know what I'm doing because it's cut off at a weird place. Now his hair looks weird. Like I should have left that space there. I'm hoping you can still kind of see what I'm doing when I hold it like this. Maybe I should use a smaller brush that's not filled with paint. And at this point, it's making like way bigger shapes than I want. Okay, we're kind of not using the reference anymore because I clearly changed enough of the hair that the reference isn't going to be very helpful. I'm hoping if I add a black line right there, it'll make it look better. This needed a lot. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go over with a lighter color to bring back some of those lighter areas. Okay, maybe I should just move on with the laurels. I want to do his eyes. So we'll move to this one, and we'll go back. Oh, I got rid of the black. There's some blue in it. I don't actually want it that wet. That's a very thick line that I don't think I wanted. And I might have to go over the line later. I definitely will, probably, but that's fine. Why don't we try covering this up now so that this will have a chance to dry before I go in with the red. This part really needs to be like this more. Right? Bring back some of that line work. With more paint on the brush. I was gonna do the laurels, but yeah, I'll do the laurels, and then because I have more work to do on the hair, maybe I'll do the ears. Does that look any better? This one doesn't really have that much black. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Like any water. I didn't do his Cupid's bow. Oh, was no one gonna tell me that like his mouth and his nose is way off? Then what should I do? Should I do like this? And then fix the mouth later? a little better. Gotta bring this back. Keep saying I'm gonna do one thing and then I just don't do it. I'll do the laurels eventually. This is just all blending together, which is kind of what I intended because it kind of looks like that in the reference, but it's a little too much. But then there's like this. Like black, very black shape. I'm hungry. If you hear my stomach growl, that's why. Let's do the laurels. I'll start with the red. Boop. My red is very dried out. Oh, there's a lot of blue in it. So much blue. It's gonna be a purple. Oh, that's a lot of red. That's a lot of red. That's okay. It doesn't need to be exactly the same color. I very much dislike very saturated colors, so I like more desaturated colors anyway. Let's use the big brush. It's a lot of paint and I'm getting it on my palette thing, this thing. Red ones. I did not need to add that water. But at least I can see the black underneath still. That's a lot of water. For so much paint, that's very watery. Why did I do that? No. It's too watery. In addition to the hair getting bigger, apparently the laurels will also get bigger. Do I still have coffee? Yes. Very cold coffee. Okay, should we let that dry? And undo the laurels that are yellow. Should not have mixed that so close to the black. Should not have done that. This is too wet. Okay. I should have let that dry first. I do hope I do not mix it with the red ones. It's mixing! No! I knew that was gonna happen, but I did it anyway. that doesn't look dry yet, so I don't know if I can try the eye yet. Let's make a lighter blue. There's a lot of water dripping into my fuchsia, so I hope I don't need that anytime soon. Okay, I'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of this white. That's very light. Hopefully this will dry darker. I think it will dry darker. So let's bring in, oh, it's wet. Oh, it's wet. No. Let's bring in some of these. It's not exactly like the reference. That's fine. This needs more water for sure. Not with the black. Hard to see what I'm doing. I really liked this, like, this kind of shape here, but it totally got lost before. Running out of paint, need to make some more, but I don't want it too watery or too light. Oh my god, I literally can't see what I'm doing. How do people film like this? I'm gonna just have to figure out how to film not top down. And then this has its own kind of shape, like that. You know what, we'll leave some of the texture there. That's fine. It's artistic. This part I'm not very happy with. Why are you like this? What did I do wrong? I know what I did wrong. That should be not filled in. Should I just go and add black there? Whole background's supposed to be black too. Alright, I was gonna do the eye. I think it's probably dry enough now. He's a very bright green eye. So let's try some of this. Actually, it's almost the perfect color. I want it thick to make sure it covers the black. It's a lot on my brush. Still a lot on my brush, and that's more water than I wanted. Why can't this just be easy? Okay, we'll start with that, and then I'll make it lighter. This yellow. See, should I do wet and wet? No, because the black is being reactivated. All right. Now, are you dry enough to do the red? Perhaps you are. Ow. Don't want water. I don't want water. I want very thick. Okay, how are we gonna do this? That's still wet. That's still wet. I got a lot on my hand. Let's try this because I can't see anything underneath, like any sketch or anything. I guess this is my sketch. Okay, I definitely need another layer, but we're getting somewhere. I really want to fix up like his skin and stuff, but I kind of just don't want to. Should I start adding more line art? I think I will. I think we're ready for that. And I want this very opaque, but it needs to be spreadable. Is that opaque yet spreadable? Let's find out. I think so. We're not going for perfection here. We're not doing it. Don't even think about it. We're having fun. This needs more water. See if I can actually find where my lines were. That was the ear. Well, we might inadvertently change some bits. Not making any difference if I do it there. I hope my phone battery's okay. I have no way to see. Oh no. It's wet. Where do I rest my hand? And the background will be black, so outside doesn't need to look that pretty. I hope it's okay if I'm tipping it up. I can see what it looks like. I think it looks okay. I think you can still see what I'm doing. Are you wet? You're still wet. I can't rest my hand. we're going to take a few liberties with this line art because we just want it to look nice, not necessarily how exactly I had it before. Why is my laptop dark again? Hello? It was charging. Why did you shut off? Ugh. I thought I... What's happening? Is my stream still on? It says so on my phone. Okay, there was some sort of blip, but we're back. Hopefully it didn't actually stop the video. I did actually buy, I don't know if they would have worked with gouache, but I did actually buy yesterday a paint marker, a black paint marker. And I bought it at a secondhand store for 50 yen, which, to be fair, you can buy them at Daiso for 100 yen, but 50 yen, good deal. But when I brought it home and I tried to activate it, the cap flew straight off, which means it wasn't on in the package. And it was completely dried out. Like when I shook it, you couldn't even hear the ball. So there's no point in me going and get my money back because it was 50 yen. Who cares? But it would have been nice. I don't really like doing line art with a brush. I actually have a liner brush as well. Like it's an actual like script brush, but it's not much different from this zero brush. I suppose it would get me thinner lines, but I don't really care. Oh no. I say as I make a big blob. Especially because the outside is going to be black. That did not go the way I wanted it to. Okay. Almost done, I think, with the outside. Anyway. It's wet. How do I do this? Let me try. It's like definitely not drying as dark as I hoped it would. Only if I layer it. Oh, I did not do these laurels, did I? Let me not. Where can I rest my hand? Where can I do it? Okay, I'm getting a bit shaky. Maybe I should eat lunch. Not a good time to get shaky. If it looks a bit like textured, I think that's fine. Oh no, that was too much water. No. We didn't do this side yet, did we? Gotta go over that eye again. Oh my goodness. My Wi-Fi is being weird. Okay, let's try. Oh, let's make sure this is dry. We want it thick and opaque. But we also want it to go on the page. Maybe we should do a little bit of white. Make it a bit more opaque and a bit lighter. Was that too much white? That was maybe too much white. That's good. I will fix that pupil. I'm gonna cover it up first. Then there's some like texture going on over here. Okay, let's patch up some of that black. Maybe with this. I don't want it too watery though. It touched the nostril. No. No. Why? There's some lines here as well. That looks cool. I'll do that. Okay, there's some bits and bobs around here. This still looks really supposed to be like cross-hatchy, but it just looks bad because it's not opaque. We'll just fill that in. What do we think? I should do more of this, right? And there's some in this place right here. Some lines here. we'll see if the green eye, is strong enough to add the lighter color on top. So let me add some white here. Oh, the white's very dry. It's too much white. Very little water. Want it to pop. Does that pop? Can hardly see it. Let me get this water off my brush and then add tiny, tiny bit black to give this the shape it should have. And then once that dries, I will add a white highlight. Should we go back in with the red? Patch this up a bit now that it's dry. It's really hard to do because it's very opaque. And we'll go in with the black again. I like the Squirtle, but I don't know what you mean by it's popping. Is that just what you always say? You mean the painting's popping? Does that look like a pupil? Does that match the other one? I'm not looking at the other one at all. I don't know. Let's add a little bit more black here. Tighten it up a bit. Oh, did I say popping? Can you actually see the green? Oh, I knocked the thing. I'm gonna add white. Yeah, on the camera I can't really see. I can see in real life that there's like a shadow, but I just can't get the light enough, opaque enough. Though that could be because this is the jelly gouache. Dry it up a bit. So when you reactivate gouache that's been dried up, it's not as opaque as it otherwise would be, like from a tube. So that is the downside of jelly gouache. Let's see. Let's try an even lighter green, like super light green, before I attempt a real white highlight. That works, I think. I wanted to do his whole shoulder thing because I think it's cute that he has Cerberus on his shoulder. But clearly I haven't been thinking about that, so I might just leave it. I wanted to focus on the face anyway. That was the goal. Oh, I like how there's some purple, like bright purple in his hair. I'm gonna try some of that. Do I have bright purple? I have this purple. That'll work, I think. And after I do that, then I can try to go back to the eyes and put in some white. Okay, so there's a bit of purple in this weird spot. Is that even visible? We'll see once it dries. And then here, it's like very saturated purple, which I think is a nice pop, even though I don't like a lot of saturated colors. Was that the right place? I don't think so. He has like stuff sticking out here, but I didn't do that. Oh, and there's green too. There's bits of green everywhere in the reference image. I don't think the purple's very visible. It is in real life, but not on camera. Let's try a little bit of the green too. It's like a, should I add white to it? A little bit. It's basically the same color of his eyes. I think that's why they might have done that. But I kind of like the effect. There's some here. Like the green kind of goes into the purple there. There's some over here. It's like rim lighting, basically. Okay. And now, I wonder if I should do the background first. Is this dry enough? There we go. That I think is dry enough. So I'm dipping straight into my white. I want to break up this black here because in the original image the liner actually gets cut off, even though there's not like a bright white highlight there. But there is one here. Is that highlighted? Where else is there very light highlights? Like here, hopefully that doesn't blend in. And there's some, I don't know, I skipped some hair. Let's go back to a very light blue. Is that light enough? Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Again, it kind of looks like rim lighting. Anywhere else? I think I could use it here, but I already put the purple there. All right, let's try. Oh, I almost put that directly into my white. That would have been a bad thing. If I ever have blue white. Let's add a few more highlights. That's not originally white, but we're gonna pretend it is. There is a white dot on the nose. I'm not gonna bother to fix that. I don't think I will. Let's see, there's a dot here. This was actually a lot lighter. There's actually still some white of the page showing. That's still off center. I'm still mad about that. Oh, I know. This is probably why. Do I have that color left? Hey, please come back to life. Please. I need you. This is a little too far over. Well, that's a painting. Why don't I... There's some shading on the whorls. Maybe I should do some of that. Oh, that's a lot of paint. I have one more space left on the side. Ruin in my yellow, that's fine. Gonna have to buy more yellow too. My favorite anime character? That's a tough question. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. That's a really hard question. Kakashi? Maybe? Or Gohan? I really like Gohan and Kakashi. They're both cool in their own ways. They're very different characters. Actually, funny story. when I went for my college interview, actually I had 2 college interviews, but one of them I went to the campus for. And I had a portfolio of art to show. And one of my drawings was of Gohan. And it turned out that the interviewer really liked Dragon Ball Z. And so he started asking me, like, why is Gohan your favorite character? Do you see any traits in him that you admire, that you see in yourself? And that he, like, twisted the whole interview to be about Dragon Ball Z. Like, what's your favorite arc and why? Who do you think is the worst villain and why? It was so much fun. And we came out of the interview, like, laughing and talking. I gave him my email so I can send him pictures of my Hobbit cosplay. And my poor sister, I have a twin sister, she did not have the same kind of interview as I did. She did still get into the school. Yeah, I love him, and I wish I could have seen him again, but I never went back to the office even after I joined the school, because I did get into the school. But my sister, her interviewer was, let's say, a normie, not as much as of a nerd. You know, I love, like, the Cell Saga is cool and everything, but it was very, very sad and a bit traumatizing to me. But then, like, the Boo Saga, oh my god, when he gets the Z Sword, and, like, when he actually starts fighting, and you realize, technically, he's the strongest being in the universe at that point. He's supposed to be stronger than Goku. I was like, that's cool. There's rumbling. Is that? Please tell me that's wind. I keep thinking there's going to be another earthquake. There's been so many earthquakes lately. Alright, now that that's dry, I guess I should I'll use this color. I'll add more water to that to do the shading for here. So I need a little bit of dark. Is that too much dark? Right, so what made me think Gohan was the coolest character ever was when he was like, I don't know, he didn't want to fight. He hated fighting. So, like, basically the Boo Saga is my favorite saga. And I think Gohan is the coolest towards the end of it. Though it is really cool that when he became Super Saiyan 2. That was epic. Because no one knew at that point that was even possible. So, yeah. I'd say Gohan's one of my favorites. There are other characters that I really like as well. But Gohan definitely stands out. Does that look appropriate? Does that look like that's... I'm trying not to care about the texture. I don't need it smooth. You probably can't even see the texture on camera. I think I'm gonna have to finish up very soon because I'm worried about my battery on my phone. I might be able to plug it in. Hold on. Let me get my super long cord. If I plug this in, then it won't shut off on me like my laptop did. If I could just, there we go. Oh, it just said low battery. I'm so glad I had the foresight to plug it in just now. It just, woo! You know, a lot of people really like Attack on Titan, and it's a good series, but I don't like sad things. And it's so sad. And I couldn't make it past, like, the beginning of season 2, where everything just seems hopeless. Everyone's constantly dying. So, like, I don't think it's a bad series. I just don't think I would like to watch through it or read through it. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start the background. I just don't want to, I don't want to think about this anymore. If I hold it like that, is it like a better angle for the camera? Because I feel like it's a little skewed. That's what we look like right now. So let me get my bigger brush. I don't want to get too big of a brush because I don't want to paint over what I've already done. We're going to mix more black. I don't know if I have enough palette space. I might have to move my gouache because I need a lot of black. Oh, where can I move it? I don't have space. What do I do? I just need the black. I don't know about expert. I tried to get a degree, but because of my hand injuries, I had to stop taking art classes. I do commissions and stuff, but that's not like my main job. My main job is an English teacher, English conversation teacher. Okay, we need a lot of black here. Ah, not brown, black. It's been a long time since I've done like a really stylized, like I don't know if I've ever even painted anything stylized traditionally like this. Like I only got into traditional painting again last spring because I would always do digital stuff, and I went a long time hardly painting or drawing at all because of my hand. Like through most of college I would do occasionally, I would do something, but I just couldn't because my hand, even after my surgery. Let's see, how should we do this? Should this just be like that? Or like that? We're gonna do like that. We'll imagine that looks good. We'll just, it's artistic. He's fading into the night. All right. So yeah. And the last, I don't know, I find it really hard to do like video game and anime art now because I'm so used to doing more realistic stuff now. So I want to practice more stylized things again, like Hades. Okay. I'm not answering deep questions. That's a deep question. No serious questions here today, please. This is gonna take forever. I need more black. I'm gonna have to get like a whole new set soon or something, like new tubes of like the important colors, like primaries, I guess. Though I still have a lot of like primary kind of sort of blue, but like I'm running out of yellow, I'm almost out of white. I already got a tube of white, but now I'm using a lot of black, so I'm probably just gonna have to suck it up and go buy some more tubes. Maybe I should just get a small set of Holbein, like the primaries in the black and the white. I really do want the other jelly, like the Himi gouache set with the, what is that, 24 colors? Because it comes with a palette. Oh no! Well, this is why I should have taped the edges. I got it on the side. We'll just go as close as we can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I really do want the 24 set because it comes with a palette and more brushes. And it's not these boar's hair brushes that I really don't like. I don't like these. This came with this palette, but I don't like them because they shed a lot and they are not very smooth. If you like a textured look, then they're great, except they still shed a lot. So I really want the other set, but then there's a lot of colors that I just haven't used in this palette. Like this fuchsia is like all cracked and dried because I just don't use it. It's not fully dried. My laptop went on sleep mode again. If I would have planned this stream ahead of time, I would have known to change my settings. Please turn on. Thank you. Alright. So like while I really, really want the other set, I don't want all the colors. I just want like the palette and the brushes, but I don't think you can get that separately. And I do want some of the other convenience colors in that palette that you don't get in this palette. I just don't need all the colors. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about the edges. I'm gonna focus on getting right around him so I don't end up accidentally covering anything. Enough water. Please don't get on the painting. I mean, this is, the background is the painting, but I mean on him. This is hard to see. I know I keep complaining about that, but it is hard to see. I'm gonna just not care about the paper underneath because it's just me testing out some very cheap, the like cheapest Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. So I don't really care what's underneath it. We're just gonna not care if there's black all over the page underneath. Right to the edge. I think that did kind of help the hair. It still looks a bit like he is top heavy anyway. Oh, I wish this was bigger. Oh, whatever. Whatever, we're just having fun. It doesn't need to be perfect. I definitely want to finish this very soon because I need lunch, I need to use the bathroom, and I need to take my medicine too. I don't think I finished that coffee. Oh, there's still some left. Now it's done. This is very difficult because I can't lay my hand down. That doesn't look very nice. We're so close. I can see the finish line. Ah! I painted right over his hair. I didn't expect the background to be this difficult. But I can't lay my hand down to rest it on anything. This is why I did the line art very thick. Oh no. I don't want to lose that much hair. I think this side is too little hair anyway. A little piece to go. Okay. Some spots are a bit messy. I want this like he's fading into the night. Maybe if I want to get the edges, but I don't want to paint the whole side of the sketchbook. Almost there. Just need to cover the very edges. And this part looks a little strange. Is that it? Would you call that done? I don't mind if there's some paper showing around the edge because I think it looks kind of cool. Is that done? Here. Here, let me hold it up. So it's on angle with my phone. Can't see what it looks like yet. My laptop's very delayed. Very delayed. Oh, it's definitely warping the paper. I did get a new sketchbook. This is like one of the last pages of the sketchbook. I think there's literally one more page after this. Yeah, there's one more page after this. So I wanted to use it up before I use my new Holbein watercolor sketchbook. And I got watercolors for Christmas. Like not gouache, but like real watercolors. I can't center this right because my laptop is so laggy I can't see. Is this right? Can you see it? Can you see it? Is that too far up? I'm trying to get it centered. Can you see it? It's still drying, so it still looks very shiny in some parts. But yeah, I'll take a picture. I'll put it on my Instagram. Whatever. Here. What? Phone's a lot heavier than I thought. Now I can see what I'm doing. Oh, there's my sweatshirt and my fuzzy socks. And yeah, that's him. He's finished. I'm going to stop now so I can go make my lunch. If those were my razors that came in the mail, I might also take a shower. It's very cold right now. I turned off my heater. But yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know if anyone would show up. But I'm probably going to post this onto YouTube as well. So my YouTube is linked in my channel bio. So I'll probably just import it onto there. Does it look like him? I think it kind of looks like him. I don't know. I might try another version that's a bit more, less, like no line art and a lot more blended and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to say goodbye now because I really have to use the bathroom and I'm really hungry. So see ya. Thanks for watching. I don't have like a set schedule or anything. This was very last minute. I just wanted to paint and I thought, oh, I'll just stream something as well. But maybe, because it's the New Year's break right now and I don't have to work till next Tuesday. So maybe there will be some more streams from me. We'll see. Depends on how my hand feels. So, see ya. Bye-bye.